Hey, welcome back everybody.
We're back yet again at the hangar, and today is kind of a sad day. This is the last day that we have with Bonk because he is shipping off to the Marines here in the next few days. So this will be one of the last times you guys will get to see him on the channel. He'll be back from time to time, I'm sure, but yes, he will be departing to start his journey in the Marine Corps. So we're back in the Wizzo's cockpit, and fantastic news. Crew Chief Al looked over everything and gave us the thumbs up. So we are ready to connect the battery, put circuit breaker panel number 7 back where it belongs, and proceed on. And we do plan on testing PC2 today, but we gotta get the battery connected, circuit breaker panel 7 in, and then put the rudder pedal back together that we disassembled to get access to the battery hole. So let's get this going. Now I'm going to do this the easy way. Back to normal. And rudder pedals traverse, they're free and clear. Everything's wired together. The hand controller's back stabilized and solid. The battery connector's in, and circuit breaker panel 7 is connected. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is pull out my multimeter and check the battery. So with this connection now, let's see if I can set this up for you guys. Alright. And I should get a read. There we go. Nice. That is going to work beautifully for us. See, before there was no really good place to test battery voltage until I got lucky and found the white floodlights here in the Wizzo cockpit. We're in good shape. So we're going to try and put ground power to this, and as long as we get good ground power, we're ready to test for hydraulics. Yeehaw. Alright, all the tools have been removed. We checked the cockpit, nothing is left behind, and all the controls free and clear. Everything's connected. So we are ready to test for ground power. Oh boy, I hear a big engine. Hey, it's the T6. Cool. Master switch first. Warmed up, ready to go. We're going to test PC2. Alright guys, so here's what we got going on. Not long after we put power to the aircraft, about 20 seconds after that, power dropped out without us throwing any switches or anything. Alright, so now we're in troubleshooting mode. We have a good battery now, so the external power contactor should stay closed. So, for some reason, it's not. So, I got the TO out for the electrical system, and I'm just running down through the checkout procedure step by step to isolate what's working and just keep on going down the list until we find the one thing that isn't and troubleshoot that. Hopefully it's not a transformer rectifier, which makes DC power out of AC power. And if it is, we're in luck, because the ejection seat is taken out of the Wizzle's cockpit where it is located, and it's usually, I believe it's directly behind the seat. So in any case, we're in troubleshooting mode right now. We got a good battery, which is good, and all that is good to go. Now we got to figure out why we're not getting ground power up. So see what we got. Alright guys, it's been a frustrating couple of hours. Let me show you what we got going on. So right here behind me on the left-hand intake is TO 2-13. It's the electrical manual for the F-4. And followed the checkout procedure, which led us to the troubleshooting section of why she doesn't want to take ground power. Like I said, she'll accept ground power for roughly 20 to 30 seconds, and then it'll just drop out. It's not the battery this time. Battery is functioning exactly as planned. So here, let me show you what we think was going on, or is going on rather. So right here is the power plug on the bottom of the jet. This is where you would plug in either the NC8 or the -60, which isn't over here right now. But this is where you plug in for ground power. And that feeds over to the AC control box. And part of this is one of the phases, phase A, actually is over here, feeds over to the external power transformer rectifier. Now, for all of the maintainers, especially the electrical guys, probably already know this, but this guy generates the E-pin voltage that does a few different things in the aircraft. But there's a fuse for that down there in the electrical panel receptacle, door 26 left. And what we think is going on is that transformer rectifier is bad, because it's the only reason why a fuse would blow is it's overdrawing current. Why? It's probably shorted out, or possibly damaged internally in a way that it's going to keep popping fuses. It works for a little bit, but something we think is wrong with it. So next weekend we'll be digging into that and figuring out what's going on there. And because as soon as we get the ground power side of the house figured out, we can move on and continue on with the annual inspection and touch up maintenance and put her back in the air. But everything's got to work beforehand. So once we get that sorted out, we can follow the rest of the checkout procedure for the electrical system, make sure everything's working good, and then move on from there. So that's all I got for this week, folks. I'm sorry. I wish I had some fun stuff to show you with the flight control surfaces moving around, the rudder, the horizontal stabs, and the spoilers and the ailerons, but just wasn't happening today. She wasn't happy with something. It's, like I said, it's probably that transformer rectifier for the external power, and we'll go from there. We'll move through this. So love having this kind of stuff. This is the fun part of troubleshooting. Frustrating at times, but really when you get to the meat of it and figure out what is, so satisfying. But we'll get her going. We're taking good care of her. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week. And we're certainly going to miss having Bonk around. We're going to miss you, buddy. Good luck in the Marines.